9 activists were arrested by the Pune police under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act for their alleged involvement in the violence that took place after the Bhima Koregaon celebrations on January 1, 2018. The event is celebrated every year to commemorate the beginning of the defeat of the Peshwa kingdom, which was known for its oppressive and casteist rule. On January 1, 1818, in Koregaon Bhima village, a small battalion of the English army, consisting of soldiers from Dalit, tribal, Muslim, Christian and other backward communities, had defeated a much larger contingent of the Peshwas led by Peshwa Bajirao II. In 2018, the 200th anniversary of the battle, lakhs of people had gathered to pay their respects at the Bhima Koregaon Vijay Sthamb, 30 kilometers from Pune. On the way back, they were attacked by a mob comprising members of various right-wing organizations. A day earlier, on December 31st, an anti-caste event called the Elgar Parishad had been organized by 2 retired judges, P.B. Sawant and B.J. Kolse Patil. Police claim the speeches and performances at this event provoked the attacks the next day. But social media posts made by various right-wing activists tell a completely different story. These posts point to a deliberate and calculated planning of an attack. While some openly brag about beating up Dalits, others call for violence and raising of the Bhima Koregaon pillar. A victim, Anita Savle, filed an FIR on January 2 with the Pune Rural Police, naming the chief perpetrators Milind Egbote and Manohar Bhide, also known as Sambhaji Bhide. On February 13th, in an affidavit in the Supreme Court, the Maharashtra government stated that the violence had been committed as part of a pre-planned conspiracy by Egbote and others. In April, however, the story took a different turn. Acting on an FIR filed by Tushar Damgode, a follower of Sambhaji Bhide, the Pune City Police raided the homes of 5 activists across the country. On June 6th, they were arrested under the draconian UAPA, allegedly for having links with Maoists who the police claim organized the Elgar Parishad event and sparked the violence.
So this law basically is so arbitrary that the basic ingredient of any crime is mens rea, that you have to have intention to commit this crime. That is not there. That very basic ingredient has been given a go by, and therefore any innocent act can make you entitled to life imprisonment, death imprisonment, or minimum of 5 years imprisonment. So suppose you come out on the streets, hold up the highway, demanding higher wages, demanding justice for Nirbhaya or anything, still UAPA can be invoked against you and you can be sent behind bars for years together.
The police also produced letters supposedly written by Maoists that referred to an assassination plot on the Prime Minister. These letters have been dismissed as fabricated by anti-insurgency experts. They did, however, popularize the use of the term urban Maoist.
और आपने देखा होगा जो अर्बन माओवादी है.
On September 28th, in his minority dissenting opinion in the Supreme Court judgment in the case, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud questioned the Maharashtra police's ability to conduct an impartial investigation. He also questioned the authenticity of a letter allegedly written by one of the accused, Sudha Bharadwaj, which contains words and phrases used only by a Marathi-speaking person. Justice Chandrachud, while taking the view that a special investigating team should be appointed to probe the case, also expressed concern at the way the police had selectively leaked information to the media. And that's not all. In the charge sheet filed by the Pune police on November 15th, a false statement was attributed to Justice P.B. Sawant one of the organizers of the Elgar Parishad.
Is not a statement. It is written by the NC, that ACP himself, and I have no connection with any such statement. In fact, I have also told the press and the electronic media, that is Doordarshan, that I have not given any statement, nor was I asked for any statement.
These lapses raise troubling questions for the state agencies. Why have the Pune police not investigated the actual perpetrators of violence despite the evidence? Why has Sambhaji Bhide not been arrested? Is the government trying to shield Ekbote and Bhide? And who is an urban Maoist?